for Morehouse at the 35. Miles coming off a 21-19 loss to Fort Valley State last Saturday. Leonard Tyree had 5 receptions for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough for Miles as that throw over the middle is complete to Robinson, and then he gets hit, but not before he picks up a first down. Terrence Mitchell on the tackle, but not before Robinson picks up 12 yards on the first down. So from the 47-yard line, it'll be first down. Another throw. Smith going to roll out and run out of bounds in Morehouse territory at the 49-yard line. So it does get across midfield. It'll be second down. Look at the 49-yard line. That one good for 4 yards for Daniel Smith. And this Miles running game, once again, without Justin Hardy, the preseason SIAC Player of the Year, with the injury since the loss to Alabama A&M. And Miles has struggled running the football the last few weeks, just 18 yards last week in a loss to Fort Valley State. Second and 6 for Miles. And Smith fakes the handoff and has room to run. Off the fake. Smith inside the 20, inside the 10. He will score. Touchdown, Miles. Daniel Smith with a beautiful fake goes 49 yards. And that's how this game starts for Miles College. Up 6-0 with 13:40 to play here in the first quarter. So forget about what I said about Miles struggling with the running game. Smith with a fake to Marshall. Takes it left side. Goes all the way 49 yards for the score. Jackson Spradlin will attempt the extra point. We'll have some whistles first. Spradlin's kick is good. So Miles out to a terrific start here. 3 plays and a touchdown. Going 65 yards in 3 plays. 120 comes off the clock. So Miles with a 7-0 lead on Morehouse College. This is part of a big weekend on FloFootball.com. We're one of 4 games played today, including Central State and Kentucky State, which is going on right now with the SIAC. First time that Miles has been to the Chicago Football Classic, and already off to a terrific start, up 7-0. For Morehouse, this is the 3rd time that Morehouse has been to the Chicago Football Classic. The last time was back in 2014. This is the first time they played Miles in this game. Morehouse has beat Central State both times they've been up here, back in 2013 and 2014. Series history, Morehouse leading 24-18 all-time. Miles got its 3rd straight win over Morehouse with the 27-24 win last season. There's the kick. Taken from the 15. This is Santo Dunn. He runs into his own man near the 25-yard line. And it'll mark it at the 24, and that is where Morehouse will start its first possession of the ball game. Morehouse led on the field by Michael Sims, who's having a strong start to his season. Last week in the win over Central State, threw for 227 yards and a touchdown. Also ran for a touchdown. And also Santo Dunn in the backfield with him had 172 all-purpose yards, including a kickoff return touchdown. Had 3 touchdowns, had a kickoff return touchdown in the win over Central State. So Morehouse coming in, averaging 39 points per game, and already is trailing. And we got whistles early on. We got an early timeout taken by Morehouse. We'll take a look at the rest of the Morehouse offense. Up front, left tackle is Khalil Robinson. Left guard is Trey Wilson. Center is Lee Humphrey. The right guard is John Surratt. And the right tackle is Henry White. Wide receivers, Tramel Good, number 7, Amir Smith, number 5, and Ricky Knuckles, number 8. Ryan Edwards is the tight end. His quarterback is Michael Sims, and the running back is Santo Dunn. Miles College defense up front, Jalen Thomas at left end. Darius Roberts in the middle, along with Brad Horn. Marquel Shelton is on the outside. Nick Floyd, C.J. McClellan starting in place of Antonio Evans, and Austin Stevens, the SIAC Defensive Player of the Week. First down, Michael Sims, the lefty, going deep on first down, and that one's too far for everybody as it drops at the 25-yard line of Morehouse. So Sims with the incompletion. It will be second down at the 24-yard line. There are 2 Golden Bears back there. Kendra Walker is one of the safeties, along with number 13, Jerry Shade. Maxwell Wells and Rodney Coleman are at the corners. 4 miles. Second down and 10. 5 wideouts for Morehouse. This team averaging 39 points per game. Handoff goes to Dunn, and Dunn sweeps around the left side and has a lot of room to run. Gets out to the 30-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard pickup for Santo Dunn. It'll be third down. Coach Freeman told me earlier in the week that they really made a conscientious effort to improve the running game after last season. One of those moves was moving Dunn from wide receiver to running back, and it certainly paid off. It's third down, left side, pass is caught. That's Dunn. And Dunn has an out to the 34-yard line. Looks like they were right on the stick. It will be first down.
Ball is being marked at the 34-yard line. Gain of 4, officially first and 10.
So first down.
Maroon Tigers at 34.
So Sims with his first completion of the ball game. And again, Morehouse spreading out the field. And the motion and the snap is underneath the Sims, and Sims will eat it at the 20-yard line. So a bad snap there will hurt Morehouse's chances there. That's a loss of 15 as it goes all the way back to the Morehouse 19-yard line. So a bad snap on that play. It'll be second down and about 25 for the Tigers. So an inauspicious start there for Morehouse. Behind the chains here, second and 24. Play fake, and Sims goes left side. That pass is complete. Looks like that's Amir Smith, and he's pushed out of bounds by Wells. I'll mark it at the 27-yard line. So a nice gain on first down of 7 yards. Second completion for Sims. It's going to be third and 17 from the 27-yard line. Five wideouts again for Morehouse. Sims back to throw. Under pressure. Escapes the pocket. Now throws. Pass complete to Dunn. Dunn tries to elude Stevens. He can't do it. And he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It'll be good enough for an 8-yard gain, but it will not be enough for the first down. So Morehouse will have to punt for the first time today. Jordy Andrade is the punter for Morehouse. 18th punt of the season. Last week just punted one time. He's got 17 punts this season, a 31.5 average, including 52, along with 52 with 6 punts inside the 20. And that's a bad snap. And he'll kick it out of the end zone. That's an illegal kick. It's going to go through the end zone. And that's going to be good enough for a safety. So a safety for Miles, and Miles is up 9-0 on Morehouse. So a difficult start for Morehouse. They give him a touchdown in the opening possession, and then Miles, then a bad snap to the punter. So Miles now will be up 9-0 after that. So actually, that will not be a safety. They'll move it out. He kicked the ball from the 2-yard line, tried to kick it out of the end zone. It's a legal kick. And so now Miles will have it right at the Morehouse 1-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. So what a start for Miles. They get the touchdown, the opening kickoff, and now on the opening possession, and now they are right on the doorstep after a bad snap to the punter. So Morehouse maybe a little nervous to come in here so far here with a 3-0 record up against a team that is desperate for a win in Miles College, especially after last week's seesaw battle with Fort Valley State. Smith ready to take the snap with Marshall in the backfield. That snap bounces in. Smith fumbles it, and it's going to be recovered by Morehouse. Well, that's number 19, William Calloway. William Calloway comes up with the fumble. Unable to hang on to it, so Morehouse gets a huge break, and the ball will be at the 7-yard line. So a huge break for the Maroon Tigers, who look to be down for at least 14-0. So a fumble by Smith as he could not handle the snap. Picked up by Callaway, and now Morehouse will have it at its own 7-yard line, up 7-0 here in the 21st Chicago Football Classic, SIAC football on Flow Sports. Our second game. Start of a busy weekend for us as this handoff, and again, unable to handle it right away. That's Ricky Knuckles. Tackled by Nick Floyd. 2 yards on the play for Knuckles. Second down at the 9-yard line. Two in the backfield with Sims on the second down play. Nichols goes out in motion. Sims back to throw. Good pocket. Pass caught by Frank Bailey Jr. He makes a move, gets down the sideline, and he is finally tackled by Jerry Shade at the 23-yard line. That'll be a 14-yard pass play. It'll be a first down for Sims and this offense.
Frank Bailey Jr. on the grab for Morehouse.
So a good start for Sims throwing the ball as Bailey with his first reception of the game.
Gain of 14.
Third reception of the season for Bailey. Bad snap. Bailey gets the handoff, and he's quickly wrapped up. Like right there was looked like Kadarius Roberts was on the tackle. Bailey does get a yard. His second down at the 25. Well, the number one offense in the SIAC coming into today's game. There's the pitch to Bailey. Bailey tries the middle now, and he will be tackled across the 25. Like Austin Stevens was the first man there. So 2 more yards for Bailey. It will be third down.
Ball marked to the 27.
So on the 27-yard line, Morehouse trying to kind of settle in after a very difficult start. 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Sims, right side, pass complete. That is good to Ryan Edwards, the tight end. And that's another first down for Morehouse as it gets out to the 38-yard line. And one good for 11 more. So Sims already to a 5 for 6 start.
Edwards with a gain of 11. Ball marked to the 38-yard line.
Edwards had 3 receptions for 31 yards last week in the win. 8th reception of the season for Ryan Edwards. On first down, Bailey in the backfield with Sims. 3 wide receivers out. Sims complete. That one to Knuckles. So Knuckles with his first reception. He gets to about the 41. It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup on first down. So, again, they're just kind of matriculating the ball down the field right here. Second down and 7, 41-yard line. Sims under pressure now. Trying to get outside, just throws it away as he was being chased by Jalen Thomas. So now 6 for 8 is Sims. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Pressure from number 57, Jalen Thomas for Miles.
It'll be 3rd down and 7, so
3rd and 7.
it'll be big for the Miles defense if it can slow down Morehouse momentum. Sims to throw under pressure, and he's taken down in the backfield. Austin Stevens came through at the 34-yard line and took him down. That'll be a loss of 7 yards, and that will force a punt. That was the 8th play of the drive, and unfortunately, nothing coming of that. Andrade back out to punt, and Robinson is back to receive. High snap, and it's a short kick off the side of the foot, and this will roll out of bounds. I believe it's going to be Miles' territory to start this drive. So Miles, once again with outstanding field position, they'll have it right at the midfield stripe, looks like. So Morehouse is back out. They're right at midfield to start this drive. The race to Rock Hill has begun for the 2018 Cross Country Championship. It takes place in Rock Hill, South Carolina on November 2nd. Fans can follow the action and the SIAC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the SIAC for all access coverage. Cross country, that's just a little over a month from now. Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're heading down towards that way tomorrow. Fort Valley State takes on Benedict tomorrow at the Palmetto Capital City Classic. This handoff to Marshall on the left side. He is tackled by Callaway. And Marshall, good gain on first down to the 41-yard line. First carry for Marshall. It'll be 2nd down. They've really been working on this running game that struggled last week. So far, they found, especially on the left side of that line, with Womack and Snyder. Another handoff to Marshall. He cuts the other side this time and gets tackled down near the 36-yard line. And walking at the 37. That's 4 more for Marshall. Johnson and Callaway combine on the stop. It'll be 3rd. It'll be 1st down. Move the chains again for Miles. 3rd first down for Miles so far. Smith now to throw. Going deep, going for his man Tyree. That one knocked away at the last second. Nice play by Mandel Ray, who went stride for stride with Mr. Tyree. It'll be second down. Smith just did not have enough on that last pass. That brings second and 10 from 37. Tyree with two big touchdown receptions last week. Sent to throw again on second down. That one is complete to the outside. That one caught by Malik Campbell. And Campbell will pick up 11 yards. That'll be a first down for Miles. Campbell's first reception of the ball game. And that one good for 11 yards. Fourth reception of the year for Campbell. Now on first down, they hand it to Marshall. Marshall will try to get the edge, and he is swallowed up by a host of Tigers. First man there was Jonathan Mathis, the strong safety. And that'll be a loss. Back to the 26-yard line.
Second down and 11 off a loss of 1.
So they only lose a yard, does Marshall.
Back to the Morehouse 27.
Smith again on the flag is down. That might be offsides. Tyree comes up with the catch. Was he in bounds? Well, they're just talking about it. Well, we don't have a signal yet. There are flags down. It will be offside, looks like, against Morehouse. But Miles wants a touchdown. The field judge and the line judge were talking about it. Looked like the field judge was going to raise his hands for a touchdown, but decided not to. And it will be a touchdown for Tyree. And Tyree has all 5 touchdown receptions this year from Smith. That's one from 27 yards. And Tyree once again coming through for Miles. That's his 5th touchdown reception this season. And he has been a weapon deep for Miles all season long. And now Spradlin will try the extra point. Spradlin's extra point is up and good. So Miles College once again doing work. This time Smith to Tyree for 27 yards. Miles now has a 14-0 lead on Morehouse. All roads will lead to Birmingham for the 2018 SIAC Volleyball Championship from November 5th to the 7th. We'll follow the SIAC on social media at the SIAC for full coverage. So that will be coming up. So Miles up 14-0 on Morehouse. And I think a lot of the Morehouse fans have to be stunned at what they're seeing so far. Coach Freeman did tell me during the week that this was not going to be the same as anybody expects from the first 3 games. It'll be the toughest matchup so far. And right now, Morehouse, not a position that Morehouse has been in all season, trailing. Morehouse with wins over Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Lane, and Central State. Here's the kickoff from Hamill. This will come down to Dunn at his own 10. Dunn had a kickoff return touchdown last week. Breaks a tackle across the 30, gets out to the 32-yard line. And that is where Morehouse will start this possession with 3:24 to play here in the first quarter. Best field position of the game so far for Morehouse. Actually marking the 31-yard line. So first down for Morehouse. And Morehouse looked like he found some things in his passing game on his last possession. We'll see what happens here on possession number 3 for Morehouse. Sims faced the throw twice and now has to run with it. And he'll be swallowed under after about a yard pickup. Sims a little indecisive right there. Not sure what he wanted to do with the football. We'll pick up a yard. It'll be second down and 9. The Tigers trailing by 14. This is the largest deficit it has faced this season. See what the Tigers can do with this explosive offense. And I'm done straight up the middle. First down and more. Done all the way into the secondary after the 49-yard line. Mark at the 48. That one's 16 for Santo. And that'll be a first down. For Morehouse. Done again in the backfield. Now Smith in motion. Play fake. Smith throws over the middle. The pass is caught by Gooden. Gooden breaks inside the 35 all the way down to the 30. He's still pushing the pile. They'll mark it down at the 31-yard line. Tremel Gooden. 9th reception of the season for Gooden. There were 2 Morehouse players there. Gooden comes up with the catch. All the way down to the 31-yard line. That's a 21-yard pass play. Be first down at the 31. Sims again to throw. Actually, the late handoff to Dunn. Dunn makes a couple of men miss. Gets down near the 30-yard line, then is finally wrapped up. Like McClellan made the stop. Down to the 30-yard line. Morehouse number 1 in total offense, number 2 in running offense, number 2 in passing offense. Right now, best drive of the game so far for Morehouse. 5th play of the drive. This is Bailey. He tests the right side and doesn't get much. So he tried to stutter step his way through the hole. Plenty of Bears there to make the stop. Like the first man there. See Horn on the bottom of the pile. So no gain on first down. Be third down. Sims to throw. Steps up under pressure. He's got a lot of room to run. Can he get to the first down marker? He cannot. Good tackle there. There's another flag on the play. As Joe Tillis was there on the stop. We'll find out what the call is here in a minute. And now they've got it at the 24.
Holding. Offense. Number 62. Take on penalty. Third down.
So a penalty against Morehouse for holding. So that will mark them back. So take the 6-yard gain off the board.
For the first down, being walked back to the 40. 3rd and 19.
So it'll be 3rd and 19. Got to get to the 21 for a first down. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. So, at the end of the first quarter, Miles with a 14-0 lead on Morehouse. This is the 21st Chicago Football Classic. You are watching the SIAC on Flow Sports.
With the timeout on the field here, hey, it's a a good time to let you know if you want to win that 27.
Back here in Chicago, second quarter action underway. 3rd and 19 from the 40-yard line for Morehouse. Trying to start this drive after a slow start to the first quarter. Off the play fake, Sims throws it away. That is incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down. So Sims able to complete the number 97. Brad Horn was on the coverage. So Delamora back deep to receive, back deep to punt. Rating SIAC Special Teams Player of the Week after his exploits last week. But that's not Andrade. Miles College uses a timeout. First timeout for Miles. All eyes are on the Western Division as the champion will earn a chance to host the 7th annual SIAC Football Championship on November 10th. Fans can visit www.thesiac.com for official conference and championship game gear. Great crowd on hand here in Chicago. Miles and Morehouse, two outstanding fan bases, great alumni bases here in Chicago. 21st edition of the Chicago Football Classic. Robinson standing at his own 10 to receive for Miles. There's the punt. Another short one. And this one will bounce inside the 20. It's a good roll here from Morehouse. It's going to roll all the way down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, a 36-yard punt. So Miles, its worst field position of the game as it has its first possession of the second quarter.
Ball spotted at the 4-yard line.
Miles had 110 total yards in that first quarter. 53-yard touchdown run from Smith, and then 27-yard reception from Tyree, and that's where the 14-0 lead comes from. Hand off to Marshall. Marshall tries to break it outside, now just cuts it back and gets lassoed down. Trayvon Lucky made the tackle. 1-yard gain for Marshall. Bring up second down.
99 Trayvon Lucky in on the stop for Morehouse. A moment to go.
Play fake for Smith, and the pass is complete to Montavious Tench, the tight end. It gets all the way out to the 18-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. So Tench with his first reception of the season. It's good enough for 13 yards. So another first down.
Miles up to the 18-yard line on a gain of 13.
Junior from Elberton, Georgia. From the 18-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for Miles. 3 wide receivers. Marshall in the backfield. Well, snap, picks it up, hand off to Marshall. Marshall trying to reverse his field. Lost the football. It's loose. And did Miles come up with it again? And Morehouse is pointing its own way. And that's going to be Morehouse football at the 17-yard line. So a fumble by Marshall. Second turnover for Miles. And looks like Trayvon Lucky is out with the football. It'll be 1st and 10 for Morehouse at the 17-yard line.
Maroon Tigers coming off the change of possession.
13-17 to play here in the second quarter. So Morehouse with another opportunity to put it to the end zone, in the red zone. 10 for 11 so far this year, 8 touchdowns and 2 field goals, 90%, 91% conversion rate from the red zone. So Morehouse knocking on the door here at the 17-yard line. First down, handoff to Bailey, and Bailey is swarmed under, like Wells, and it's Floyd on the tackle. Down to the 12-yard line. Second down and 6.
47 Austin Stevens, 13 Jarius Shea in on the tackle.
Sims on the option, and he'll keep it. Nice move, gets to the outside. Walker was faked out that time. Down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, so Sims with a good run. This will be third down and about 3 from the 9. Sims getting out of the red end of the black on the rushing yards after the been sacked a couple of times. Sims keeps it and gets down to the 7-yard line. He'll be a yard short of the marker. He is close, though. Well, the Bears were there to make the stop, and it'll bring out the field goal unit. Delamora with 5 extra points and 2 34-yard field goals. 2 for 3 so far this year. And this attempt will be from 24 yards from the right hash. Amir Smith is the holder. Snap down, kick on the way, and it is good. So a 24-yard field goal from Fernando Delamora gets Morehouse on the board. But it's still 14-3 miles on top of Morehouse. You are watching the 21st Chicago Football Classic. It's the SIAC on Flow Sports. Welcome you back here to Chicago. 11:29 left in the second quarter. Miles with a 14-3 lead on Morehouse after the field goal from Delamora. The kickoff comes down to the 6-yard line, handled by Leonard Tyree. Tyree on the right side skips his way near the 27-yard line, and a flag flies in towards the end. So we'll find out what that is all about.
There is a flag down on the return.
So Morehouse taking advantage of the fumble. We're able to get 3 points out of that. So Morehouse on the board for the first time. And now we'll see what this flag is at the end of the play.
There is no foul in the play. First down.
So no foul in the play. And Miles will have the ball at the 28-yard line.
Tyree's return to the 28-yard line. Miles has it there in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So it'll be first down for the Golden Bears. Four wide receivers for Smith. Malik Stevens in the backfield. Robinson goes in motion. Smith to throw. Look down the middle. Now he'll run with it. And he'll be sandwiched at the 31-yard line. And good for 3 yards. So Smith, a couple of runs here in this first half. Second down and 7 after a pickup of 3. Miles looking over to the sideline. Four wide receivers again for Smith. Stevens shifts over to the right. So to throw. They pick up the blitz, and that one is thrown away. Smith was under heavy pressure. Like Antonio Johnson was in Smith's grill. Freeman said Antonio Johnson was perhaps one of the best defensive linemen in the country, not just in the SIAC. He's had 17 tackles already for Morehouse. 3rd down and 7. 4 wideouts for Miles. So Miles, they got touchdowns in 2 of the first 3 possessions. This is possession number 5. Also 2 fumbles today, so it's been feast or famine for Miles. Smith to throw. Under pressure. Can he get away from it? He cannot. William Callaway with the sack. 3rd sack of the season for Callaway. And has lost all the way back to the 14-yard line. That is a 17-yard loss.
Number 19, William Callaway for Morehouse. The rundown and the sack.
And that'll bring up a punt. Jake Anderson, the punter for Miles, his first punt of the day, 34.6 yards average. And back deep to return. That is Smith. And that's a bad punt. That one is going to roll down as it was Vanover was back deep. So Anderson out to the 41-yard line. That's a 27-yard punt. And that's where Morehouse will start off this possession.
Morehouse at the Miles 41-yard line.
3rd time for Morehouse in the Chicago Football Classic. Last time was in 2014. It defeated Central State. And for Miles, this is the first time that Miles has been here. Of course, Miles 0-3 on the season. So good field position here for Morehouse again. This time from the 41-yard line. The handoff. So it goes to Bailey. So that was done on that one.
Inside the 40-yard line.
It'll be just inside the 40, so 2 more yards for Dunn.
2nd down and 8.
Second down and 8.
Line of scrimmage to the 39-yard line.
Sims off the fake, throws, and a little bit behind his intended target. Looked like Knuckles was the intended target. Ricky could not handle it. Brings up 3rd down and 8. 9:07 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Freeman told me earlier this week that Sims is responsible with the football. He's not a game manager, but makes good decisions. The field chief for this Morehouse team. It's off to a terrific start this season. 3rd down, and as I say that, Miles comes up with another sack. 2nd sack for Miles today as he's tackled all the way back at the 42-yard line. I guess I need to stop saying good things about these players. They're getting hit every time I do that. Loss of 3 on the play, so it'll bring up another punt for Morehouse. So this offense that has scored at least 30 points in each of the first 3 games, off to a slow start here today. Andrade back to punt again. Robinson standing at his own 10. And it's high in the air. Robinson calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 14-yard line. 28-yard punt and no return. You're watching the SIAC on Flow Sports.
If you want to win that 2017 Jeep Wrangler, it's an exciting opportunity here at the Chicago Football Classic. You can still purchase tickets at the CFC table, the Chicago Football Classic table, located in that great vendor marketplace.
Soldier Field in Chicago, home of the Bears. Bears are out in Arizona tomorrow, so great atmosphere here in Chicago, the Windy City. Got here Friday evening and get a chance to get some of that deep dish pizza after after the game. Didn't make the trek down to South Carolina. We've got a timeout taken by Miles. And a second timeout. U.S. Best News recently released its list of the top HBCUs, and 4 SIA schools made it into the top 15, and 8 SIAC schools were in the top 50. The SIAC prides itself on being a league whose institutions develop strong minds geared for success through self-actualization. Blending tradition with the future since 1913, this is the SIAC, and we play hard. Miles up 14-3 on Morehouse. Miles trying to get its first win of the season. Morehouse trying to stay unbeaten. Teams with opposite records. 0-3 for Miles, 3-0 for Morehouse. But Golden Bears came out very strong. 49-yard touchdown run from Daniel Smith. 27-yard touchdown reception to Leonard Tyree. And it is 14-3 Miles. 3 receivers in this set for the Golden Bears. Stevens gets the handoff. Lucky makes the tackle out near the 21-yard line.
Across the 20, second down.
21-yard line is where it is. Second down and 4 coming up. Robinson and Campbell at the top. Tyree at the bottom. All the play fake. Smith looking to throw down the middle and too high for Robinson. It's intercepted on the ricochet. What a play. That's Bertram Johnson. Interception, his first of the season, and he laid out for it. First interception of the season for Johnson, and Morehouse with 3 takeaways in this game. So Miles at the 45-yard line. Morehouse will start its possession on the plus side of the 50. So the third turnover by Miles, despite being up 14-3. Interesting formation there by Morehouse. Throw right side, passes complete to Bailey. Tries to make a spin move, but just got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Trevor Kachaba actually was on the reception that time.
Second down and 10 Morehouse at the Miles 45.
Second down and 10 after that last play. 3 receivers from Morehouse. And the snap comes to Bailey. Bailey tries to get to the outside. He does. Breaks another tackle. Then Stevens knocks him out at the 36-yard, at the 41-yard line. That one's 4 yards on that one. I don't know if that was an intentional deal or if just stepped in front. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Got to get to 35 for a first down. Five wideouts for Morehouse. Empty backfield for Sims. Picks the snap up. Now has room to run. He's got a lot of room. First down and more. Inside the 30. Slides to the 25. They'll mark him at the 27-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup. That'll be a first down for Morehouse. So 14-yard gain, and Morehouse knocking on the red zone again. Sims looking to throw again. He'll run it again. And this time he's nailed right at the 24-yard line. Like McClellan was there. Also on the tackle was Jalen Thomas. And that one is good for about 4 yards. We'll call it second down and 6. Hand off to Bailey. Bailey left side cuts up. Gets the first down out to the 15-yard line. Marking up the 14. Look like Stevens again. With Jerry Shade on the stop.
First down pickup to the 14 officially.
9 yards for Bailey. And again, Morehouse in the red zone, second time today. There's Bailey. Bailey tries to get to the outside, and that's a good play. On the outside, looked like Nick Floyd was there. It's going to be a loss of about 2.
Second down. Loss of 3. Back to the 17-yard line.
We've got whistles. Actually, that's a loss of 3. And we're going to have a timeout. We have an injured player for Miles. So while they check on the injured player, we'll take a break. Miles leading 14-3 on Morehouse. This is the SIAC on Flow Sports. DJ McClellan, linebacker, was actually replacing Antonio Evans, who's not playing today with injury. So Miles really thin at linebacker right now. Morehouse with a 2nd and 13 from the 17-yard line. Looking to cut this 14-3 lead. Sims now under pressure, hands it off. That's done. Inside the 10. Breaks outside. Is tackled at the 5-yard line. Woodrow Walker saved the touchdown. But not before a 14-yard gain.
And it's going to be a first and goal.
So first and goal.
Dunn needed the 4. Ball resting at about the 3-yard line. First and goal, Morehouse College.
So Morehouse with an 11, down 11 now, looking to cut the lead. Good for 14 yards. And off to Dunn. Dunn inside the 5. Touchdown, Morehouse. Santo Dunn with another rushing touchdown. That one from 3 yards out, his 5th touchdown run of the season. And Morehouse has cut the lead to 5 with 3:54 to play here in the second quarter. A 45-yard drive with the Dunn touchdown. It's a 9-play drive for Morehouse. Now Lamora, extra point, is up and good. So Santo Dunn, his 4-yard touchdown run makes it 14-10. Miles on top of Morehouse. You're watching SIAC football on Flow Sports. Here at Soldier Field, Miles with a 14-10 lead on Morehouse after the 4-yard touchdown run by Santo Dunn. So Morehouse has scored 10 points off of 2 turnovers by Miles. Actually, 3 turnovers by Miles. And here's Adela Moore's kick. Tyree takes it from the 10. That will come all the way to the far side. Big block. And Tyree slipped. Tried to reverse his field, and so he will get nothing there as he is down at the 10-yard line. 3:45 left here in the second quarter. That's where Miles will start this possession. Next, after tomorrow, Fort Valley State will take on Benedict in the Palmetto Capital City Classic from Columbia, South Carolina. That game will begin at 4:30 Eastern Time. Then next Saturday, we'll stream 2 more games here on Flow Sports. The SIAC, Lane will take on Tuskegee at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then Allen will take on Clark Atlanta at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So 2 games next weekend for the SIAC after will be a busy weekend for the crew this week. 1st and 10 for Miles. And handoff goes to Stevens. It's out to the 14-yard line. Like it was Julian Turner on the stop.
Number 20, Malik Stevens, the ball carrier. Gain of 4.
That's 14.
14. Second down and 6.
Bring up second down. Both bands ready to hit the field. Miles' Purple Marching Machine and the House of Funk for Morehouse. Ready to take the field in the Battle of the Bands here at halftime. We'll get to watch that Battle of the Bands. I'll also tell you about some of the good things going on in the SIAC at halftime. There's a handoff to Stevens. Stevens hitting the backfield and finally taken down at the 12-yard line. Like Mathis in on the stop again. Also one. It'll be third down and 7. Campbell to the top, Tyree to the bottom. Attention, DeAndre Fagan into the game as well. 2 tight end set. Play clock inside at 10 now. Smith looking to throw. Left side, pass knocked down. It's another great play by the Morehouse secondary, Dedrick Vanover. Sophomore from Gainesville knocks it down. And it'll be 3 and out for Miles. And back deep to Mark Vanover Jr. back deep to receive the kick from Morehouse. He's standing on the plus side of the 50. And off the punt is Jake Anderson. That pass was intended for Campbell. Almost blocked. Fair catch called for and made at the 46-yard line by Campbell. It's a 33-yard punt and no return. So Morehouse with 2:04 remaining and a chance to take the lead before halftime after what was a difficult start. Morehouse gave it the game's opening touchdown on the 49-yard run by Daniel Smith. Then the kick going out of the end zone. Left Miles at the 1-yard line, but Morehouse comes up with the fumble. Still had to trail 14-0 after Tyree's 27-yard reception, which was a thing of beauty. Now 10 straight points for Morehouse. Looking for more, and that one on the sideline. Out of bounds, incomplete. He tried to hit Vanover. Be second down. Looking forward to taking that drive down to South Carolina to see Benedict. Benedict did not get to play last week, of course, because of Hurricane Florence. And it is Fort Valley State coming off of that big win against Miles last week. See if they can keep the momentum going. Over the middle, pass is caught. This is Smith. Smith making a move inside the 35. Goes all the way down to the 30. He's still moving the pile. All the way down to the 27-yard line. Amir Smith, 18 yards. That'll be a first down.
He gained 18 or 19 yards, depending on the spot. Gain of 18 to the 27-yard line. First down pickup.
So first down for Morehouse once again. Tigers moving the ball down the field. And in motion, now Sims looking to throw again. He does. Pass is complete to Edwards. Edwards is tackled at the 21-yard line. He'll bring second down. Like a 6-yard pickup.
To the 21-yard line. Second down and 4.
Like Mitchell Smiley, who's in the game now, he was in on the stop. 4 wide receivers for the Tigers on this 2nd and 4. Play fake. Sims getting out of the pocket now, being chased, and he just throws it away. DeAndre McCurry was there trying to run him down. Trevor Kachaba was the intended receiver, or at least the closest man to the football. So right now in other action in the SIAC, Tuskegee was trailing 10-7 to Missouri S&T moments ago. Central State with a 17-6 lead over Kentucky State. Third and 4. Sims looking to throw, and he'll have to throw it away again. Good coverage by the Miles secondary downfield. And Smith had nowhere to go. So it'll be 4th down, and looks like Delamora will come out once again, try to cut this thing to a 1-point game. This will be a 39-yard attempt for Delamore. Samir Smith is the holder. Snap down, kick on the way, fluttering, and I don't think it is no good. So Delamore with his second miss of the season. So Delamore missed the field goal, and it remains 14-10. We've got 31 seconds left here in the second quarter. So they got down to the 21-yard line and were unable to get the field goal. Miles takes over at its own 21-yard line. We've got 31 seconds left in the quarter. It'll be interesting to see if they even try to.
Miles will take it at the previous line of scrimmage, 1st and 10.
The score here.
For the Golden Bears, their own 21-yard line.
There's Stevens, and Stevens, Johnson wraps them up right at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like Miles is going to take this thing into halftime with a 14-10 lead. A lead which could have been more, and Morehouse could also be ahead in this first half. So 49-yard touchdown run from Daniel Smith. 27-yard touchdown reception by Leonard Tyree. And Morehouse came back with a 24-yard field goal by Fernando Delamora. And a 4-yard touchdown run by Santo Dunn at halftime of the 21st Chicago Football Classic. Miles looking for his 3rd straight win over Morehouse. It is leading 14-10. When we come back, we will have the Battle of the Bands and also tell you about some good things going on in the SIAC. You are watching SIAC football on Flow Sports.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? My boy Leon is upstairs getting cracking right now.
Thank you, Everett.
Welcome you back to Chicago. 14-10 is the score. Miles taking on Morehouse. Right now, Chicago Football Classic is ready for the Battle of the Bands. First on the field will be Miles and its purple marching machine. It will be followed by Morehouse and the House of Funk.
All right, y'all make some noise for Miss Austin, the man today, y'all. And also, Mr. Rand, who made this all possible. Make some noise, y'all. All right, Rand. Y'all ready for the halftime show? Y'all make some noise. Well, that was good. I need a louder though. Are y'all ready for the halftime show? Make some noise! All right, before the bands do that thing, I want to give you the power to tell us which band had the best performance. All right, so vote for Miles, text Miles, or for Morehouse, text Morehouse to 90206. Again, to vote, text Miles or Morehouse to 90206, all right? Now, who's ready to see this battle? That ain't enough. I said, who's ready to see this battle? Oh, y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right, let's get it cracking. The mighty marching Miles College Golden Bears up first. Show us what you got.
Mic check. 2-1 check. Chicago. Go ahead and make some noise right now. Let me hear you. Shut up. You're about to witness an exhibition like never seen before. Your drum majors, Hashira Young, Montreal Wilson, Jared Vine, and your head drum major, Timothy Bryan. On behalf of President Dr. George T. French Jr., 14th President of Morehouse College, Director of Banks, Professor Willie J. Snyder Jr., the first music education graduate of Morehouse College. Shout out! This is for you right now! It's counting out! You know it! Let's go! Shout out. You like good music? Make some noise. This is for you, Shout out. Right now, Chi-Town, feast your eyes toward the 50-yard line as the lovely Golden Stars dazzle you with grace, charge, and it's time for the dance routine. Hey, Morehouse, we make we go back and forth with it. We are the best in the life. This is your sound. Who wants to step on the stage? We were
still can't get it, you want this 2017 Jeep Wrangler, you can still purchase your tickets at the CFC table at the vendor marketplace near Gate 0, all right?
It is sweet.
Tickets are available up until the fourth quarter, okay? Now, Morehouse, y'all got to bring it. For real. Morehouse Maroon Tigers are up next. Show us what you got.
Miles' Purple Marching Machine leaving the field, and now, second half of the Battle of the Bands, Morehouse's House of Funk.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we present to you the best band from the Peachtree Land, the class act of the SIAC Conference, all the way from the 404. We thank you, Chicago, for having us. Let's show us what you got. The Morehouse College House of Funk. Yeah. All right, Chicago, we're going to present to you Bob Blue Queen. We introduce to you Now, let's slow it up for Maroon Mystique, the best thing I've ever had.
Outstanding shows by both sides. Miles' Purple Marching Machine and, of course, Morehouse House of Funk. Great to have you with us here. Chicago Football Classic. I'm Kamari Darrington. This will give you a look at the first half numbers. Miles with a 14-10 lead on Morehouse. Right now, Morehouse with the 156-119 edge in yardage. Though Miles has the lead on the scoreboard. First half, Michael Sims was 10-17 for 91 yards. Santo Dunn led the way with 40 yards rushing. And Amir Smith with 26 yards receiving. For Miles on the offensive side of the ball, Daniel Smith was 4 for 9, 61 yards, and an interception along with a touchdown. He also had 36 yards on the ground with the touchdown. And, of course, under Tyree with the touchdown reception, his 5th of the season, 27-yard reception. Leading the way defensively for Miles is Austin Stevens. Once again, double-digit sacks, double-digit tackles. He also has a half a sack. And for Morehouse, leading the way in tackles, William Calloway and Terrence Mitchell both have 4 total tackles for Morehouse. Miles with 3 turnovers. Morehouse has scored 10 points off of those 3 turnovers. So it's a 14-10 lead. We'll let you know that the SIAC is the first NCAA league to do a league-wide apparel deal with Nike. Fans can get their official Nike conference gear or individual school gear at www.thesiac.com. Also, all eyes are on the Western Division, as the champion will earn a chance to host the 7th annual SIAC Football Championship on November the 10th. Fans can visit www.thesiac.com for official conference and championship gear. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half. You are watching SIAC football on Flow Sports. Chicago for the 21st Chicago Football Classic. Miles holding a 14-10 lead on Morehouse. Miles looking for its 4th straight win over Morehouse. Morehouse has not beaten Miles since 2011. Meanwhile, for Morehouse, it's looking for its 3rd straight win here in Chicago, the Chicago Football Classic. The last 2 times that the Tigers have been here, they defeated Central State both times, back in 2013 and 2014. The SIAC has led Division II in attendance for 15 straight years and 26 of the last 28. It certainly looks like it's going to be a big crowd, big announced attendance later on here. Glad to have you with us here on Flow Sports. It's great to be a part of this streaming broadcast. Of course, live streaming games very important in this day and age of technology. Everyone being able to watch the game on their tablet or their smartphone or on their desktop or laptop computer. Innovative look at streaming sports, and it's not just football. You can also see 50 total broadcasts over the football and basketball seasons. So we're looking forward to also bringing you basketball out of the SIAC. In the SIAC men's and women's basketball tournaments in Birmingham early next year. Also see all those games here on Flow Sports. So should be a lot of fun as we continue. Tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern Time, we will have Fort Valley State and Benedict in the SIAC East matchup. That's the Palmetto Capital City Classic at 4:30 p.m. And then next Saturday, 2 game stream. Crew will be in Tuskegee at the Shed for Lane at Tuskegee, 1 p.m. Central Time. And then also there'll be a stream of Allen taking on Clark Atlanta in non-conference action. That'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Great to have you with us here. Scoring summary. Start off with Michael Smith. Daniel Smith, his touchdown run of 49 yards started the party, made it 7-0. Then later on, it was Leonard Tyree's 27-yard touchdown reception, making it 14-0 Miles. And Morehouse came back 10 points off of turnovers, 10 unanswered points for the Tigers, a 24-yard field goal from Fernando De La Mora, then a 4-yard touchdown run by Santo Dunn off of a fumble. So that is how the scoring has been in this first half. And we're set for the second half. It'll be Miles to kick off, as Brady Hamill will be doing the kicking. Back deep to receive the kick. Number 8, Ricky Knuckles, and number 1, Santo Dunn. Once again, great to have you with us here on Flow Sports. Part of the biggest weekend in Flow football history. 5 games being streamed, including this game today. We'll have Fort Valley State Benedict tomorrow. It'll be game number 5. We'll see which team has what it takes to come through. Can Miles get the first win, or will Morehouse stay unbeaten? Second half is underway. This is going to be Knuckles from just inside his 15. Knuckles breaks to the left side and is tackled out of the 29-yard line. So Morehouse will start his first possession of the second half at the 29-yard line. Sun starting to descend here in Chicago. So Knuckles with about a 16-yard return. It'll be first down from the 29. Sam's 10 for 17 for 91 yards in the first half. Sacked twice. First play from scrimmage in the second half is a pitch to Santo Dunn. Dunn tries the right side, breaks the tackle. Across the 35, he goes out near the 37-yard line. Santo Dunn off to a good start. There's a pick of about 8 for Santo Dunn. Done with 40 yards in that first half. Led Morehouse. 65 rushing yards in the first half for Morehouse. 156 total. And off again goes to Dunn. Dunn comes to the left side, breaks the tackle. Gets down across the 40 to the 44-yard line. And that'll be enough for a first down. McClellan made the stop.
There's only a little more time if you were wrapped up in Battle of the Bands at halftime.
Chains
the time is now to get in on the chance to win the 2017 Jeep Wrangler.
Morehouse now with 11 first downs.
First and 10 Morehouse at their 44.
It's from the 44-yard line. And off to Dunn for the third straight time. This time he's bottled up after a short game.
For a couple more yards. Second down, early third quarter. You can
About 2 more.
Tickets at the CFC table, the Chicago Football Classic
57
table.
yards now for Dunn.
Full of exciting sponsor activity all day long.
The ball 3 times in a row.
Gate O raffle tickets for the 2017 Jeep Wrangler. Drive home big, drive home a winner. Tickets available.
Second down and 7.
Until the fourth quarter, we're already into the third quarter, so hurry over.
Sims, the pitch goes to Smith. Smith with room to run. Breaks it to the outside. Good blocking out there by the receivers. He gets into Miles' territory to the 45-yard line. Smith has another first down.
And Smith able to move the chains into Miles' territory.
Good for 7 yards.
It's a Morehouse first down.
So 4 straight runs and another chance of the first down. 3 wide receivers for Morehouse on his first and 10 from the 45. Dunn again. He's been busy on this drive. Cuts it back and gets stacked up at the 40-yard line. Anthony Pennington on the stop along with Kendrell Walker. 5 more yards for Dunn. 63 yards rushing. And we've got flags on the play this time.
All-star, offense, number 62, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Third Morehouse penalty.
Second down and 10, 45-yard line.
24 yards. Miles has yet to have been penalized today. On the 45, Dunn again, and we got another penalty, another false start.
No play, penalty flags.
So Morehouse with the back-to-back false starts.
Number 15, 5-yard penalty, second down.
you get the sense every time Morehouse starts to get a drive going, they did score the one touchdown, did get the field goal, but Morehouse has had good field position most of the day, and a couple of mistakes have got them down to just 10 points. Is the lowest total they have had this year, averaging 39 points a game. 2nd and 15 now. Sims looking to throw, now under pressure. He does throw, it's incomplete.
The Sims pass is incomplete.
Tried to hit Knuckles, he wanted a penalty on Stevens, not going to get it.
15. Has coverage for number 47, Austin Stevens for Miles.
It'll be 3rd and 15. Dunn comes off. Empty backfield for Sims on this 3rd down. It's about 4 minutes gone by here in the 3rd quarter. Morehouse trying to get a good drive going. Sims on 3rd down, looking deep. Now throws it deep. Man is down there. It's thrown up for grabs. It's almost picked off by Walker. Closest man down there was Ricky Knuckles. So back-to-back incompletions will force a punt. So a promising drive. They had the 2 false start penalties, and that really put Morehouse behind schedule again. So Robinson will go back to receive down to near the 14-yard line. Andrade back to punt for Morehouse. Fifth punt today for Andrade. There's a snap. Kind of a wobbler. Fair catch call board by Robinson. It is made. And they'll mark it at the 12-yard line. So Robinson with the
1st and 10 Miles coming up.
The first down for Miles at its own 12. Daniel Smith 4 for 9 with an interception and a touchdown in that first half. Third quarter last week, Miles was able to get the lead. It was the 4th quarter that was the problem for Miles. So first down for Miles at the 12. Miles just 6 first downs in that first half, but 2 of those were touchdowns. 4 wideouts for Miles. Smith off the play fake, gets it to the outside. There's Robinson. Robinson really good in space. He's out to the 18-yard line. Good. 6. So at the 18-yard line.
Down 4 Miles at their 18.
Robinson had 2 receptions last week, starting in place of Antonio Lee, who's been out, was out with an injury today. Heard last week's loss to Fort Valley State. 2nd and 4. Smith off the fake again. Hits Robinson for the 2nd straight play. And he's quickly wrapped up at the 22-yard line. It's going to be close to the first down, and it will be first down for Robinson. 3rd reception for Robinson today.
4 got 4. 1st and 10 Miles at their 22.
So 22, Miles on the move again. Miles hasn't scored since the first quarter. Jonathan Mathis on that last stop. Smith to throw. Does. Pass is complete to Kelvin Burridge. And Burridge takes it all the way out to the 36-yard line. 14 more for Miles as Burridge makes another reception. Burridge, the junior from Kemper County, Mississippi.
All up to the 37-yard line.
His first reception today. 3rd reception of the season. So Burridge has become a reliable target over the middle for Miles. So I made a couple catches last week against Fort Valley State. Wade Streeter in the backfield with Smith on this first down play. And we got flags. And it's going to be a false start against Miles.
Offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's Nate Williams, the center. Richard sophomore from Atlanta.
Miles at their 32-yard line.
First penalty against Miles today. On the 32-yard line now, 1st and 15. That's Streeter, and Streeter is wrestled down quickly as he gets across the 30, back to the original line of scrimmage at the 32.
Second down coming up.
So nothing doing there for Streeter. His first carry of the day. His third of the season.
Second down and 15.
No gain on the play. The sun begins to make it sent over Soldier Field. Second down. Streeter gets the handoff. A little bit better this time, but he's quickly wrapped up. And about the 34-yard line, another short gain for Streeter. Streeter, the redshirt sophomore from Atlanta. So from Hoover, Alabama.
Third down, Golden Bears.
Be third down, 34-yard line, so it'll be third and about 13.
Ball at the 34-yard line, 3rd and 13.
Got to get out to the 47 for a first down.
Gain
4 wide
2.
receivers for Miles. $7:19 to play here in the third quarter. Smith on third down, throws over the middle. Look for Tyree, couldn't get it to him. Pass incomplete. Smith was hit on that last one, incomplete. So no connection there. 4th down, and Miles will have to punt.
4th and 13.
Jake Anderson punting for the third time today. Mark Vanover Jr. back deep to receive the kick for Morehouse. See what this punt ends up. Came through, couldn't get to it. Anderson's punt is out of bounds. So they mark it. They mark it at the 28-yard line. 38-yard punt. Morehouse will have it at its own 28. 7:01 left to play here in the third quarter. Great to have you with us once again. Tomorrow we'll have Fort Valley State and Benedict at 4:30 Eastern Time. The coverage of SIAC football on Flow Sports continues. We've got 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And Morehouse with another chance to take the lead. Start this drive from the 28. Sims, the pitch to Dunn. Dunn gets to the outside, breaks a tackle, first down and more. Santo Dunn breaks it to the left. Across midfield in a foot race. Dunn inside the 30. And he is finally wrestled down at the 23-yard line. Santo Dunn. That was a 49-yard play. So 49 yards for Dunn. All the way down to the 23-yard line. So Santo Dunn once again coming through big. It'll be first down at the 23.
Number 9, Terry Beckham made the tackle for Miles.
Beckham made the tackle. Done over 100 yards rushing after that last one. Sims, this right side complete. That's Knuckles.
Pass complete. Loss on the play on the catch by
Actually lose the yards. Done now 113 yards. 4-yard loss on that play for Nichols. Sims just 87 yards passing today. Came in averaging over 220. Flip it to Dunn again. That's Bailey Jr. and Bailey looked like he could have kept going up the middle. Would have gained more yards. Instead, is tackled at the 22-yard line.
Back near the original line of scrimmage, depending on the spot.
5 yards for Bailey on that one. It'll be third down.
97 Brad Horn
About 9.
Stop for Miles College.
Brad Horn on the stop.
Ball resting at the 22-yard line. 3rd and 9 off a gain of 5.
Got to get to the 8-yard line. Got to get to the 13-yard line for our first down. 4 wide receivers for Morehouse. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Every play gets magnified as time runs down. Morehouse almost into the red zone. Sims going up top. Has a man open. It's incomplete.
The Michael Sims pass incomplete. Intended for number 5.
Tried to hit Amir Smith. It'll be 4th down. See if they go for this. No, actually, here comes the field goal unit. So on 4th down.
Coming out from Morehouse, the kicker is number 36, Fernando Sedela-Mora.
So that drive.
Amir Smith, the field goal attempt of 39 yards.
39-yard field goal attempt coming up here for Sedela-Mora. Tried to cut the lead to 1. 4:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Snap high, it's down, it's blocked. Maxwell Wells with the block. Stevens is trying to pick it up. He does at the 45-yard line. So Maxwell Wells with the block field goal. And Miles holds on to its 14-10 lead over Morehouse. With 4:37 to play here in the third quarter, you're watching SIAC football on Flow Sports. So off the block field goal, Miles has it at his own 47-yard line. So Wells with the block, the sophomore from Boynton Beach, Florida, came right around the corner, and Sedela-Mora had no chance to get it off. So a missed field goal and a blocked field goal. So Miles has gotten a couple of big plays in the special team. Stevens in the backfield with Smith. The snap was a little bit high, and that messed up the timing. And we will have a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a break now. 14-10, 4:37 left in the third quarter. You're watching SIAC football on Flow Sports. .437 left here in the third quarter. Miles with a 4-point lead. And after the block field goal by Maxwell Wells, has the ball at its own 47. So good field position for Miles. Austin Stevens with the recovery. They fake it to Stevens, and then the pitch goes to Robinson. Robinson is blasted out of bounds. But that's not before he picks up a first down at the 38-yard line. That one good for 15 yards.
Robinson down into Morehouse Maroon Tiger territory.
So now at the 38-yard line,
Daniel Norman made the hit.
Daniel Norman made the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 from 38. This is around the area. You might try to see a long throw here from Tyree. This is where they really try to attack secondaries. Tyree had another one in the first half. There's a handoff to Stevens. Stevens tries the left side. And nice gain on first down as he gets to the 32-yard line. Good for 6 more for Stevens. Turner in there on the stop. Stevens 17 yards rushing now after having 11 in the first half. 2nd and 4 from the 32. 4 wideouts this time.
Second down, 4, 32-yard line.
Marshall and Stevens in the backfield with Smith. Stevens again on the carry, and this time he's wrestled down. Well, it might have been Johnson right there on the first man there. Stevens with another carry, picks up another. So this would be for a 2-yard gain. So Miles trying to pick up a first down, perhaps get a sustained drive and get Miles' defense a little bit more of a breather. 3rd and 2. Smith looks over to the sideline. Streeter in the backfield. Tyree and Robinson to the near side. Campbell up top. Marshall and Streeter in the backfield. And we got another penalty. We got another flag here. This might be false start. Oh, actually, they're pointing Morehouse's way.
False start. Offense. Number 78. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So after not getting a penalty in all the first half, that's the second penalty for Miles in this half. 2:30 left here in the third quarter.
Miles at their 26-yard line. Correction at the Morehouse 26.
Now from the 35-yard line. And I'll look over to the sideline again. So 3rd and 7. Got to get down to the 28 for first down. Miles leading by 4. Another close game here. Had a good one last week between Fort Valley State and Miles. Miles, another tough one. Smith looking for Tyree. He's got it. Leonard Tyree is a machine. Touchdown, Miles. 35 yards.
A 36-yard scoring strike.
Leonard Tyree does nothing but catch touchdowns. That's number 6 this year. Number 2 for the second straight week. He's got 2 touchdown receptions. And for Smith, well, he absolutely loves having Leonard Tyree. That extra point is up and good for Spradlin. So Tyree with a 35-yard touchdown reception, and Miles has a breathing room. 21-10 is the score, 2:03 left in the third. You're watching the Chicago Football Classic on Flow Sports. Tyree with his 6th touchdown reception this season. Daniel Smith with his 2nd touchdown pass of the day. 3rd overall. And Miles with a 21-10 lead on Morehouse, trying to get his first win of the season and his 4th straight win over Morehouse. And so again, the Tigers in a situation that does not find itself in often. Having to try to come back. This is one of the biggest deficits they've had this season. They're down 14 earlier, cut it down to 3, but Tyree with another long touchdown reception. Here comes Hamill with the kickoff. This one over towards the side where it'll be Knuckles. I'm sorry, this is Smith. Smith reverses field. He's got a lot of room. Watch out. He's got a seam. 1 man left. Inside the 30. Runs over the kicker and gets down to the 27-yard line. Amir Smith had 1 man left to go. Tried to go over him instead of going around him. He might have had a touchdown. So a big return. 1:52 remaining here in the third quarter. And we'll have an injury timeout. So Amir Smith with the return will come back. Miles with a 21-10 lead on Morehouse. Watching the SIAC on Flow Sports. We welcome you back here to Chicago Football Classic. The injured Golden Bear is Leotis Washington. It was a 61-yard return by Amir Smith. With 1:52 to play here in the third quarter. Morehouse is in business again. That return goes to the 26-yard line. And Washington is still down, and now players are coming over. Let's see if he's all right. Washington has not moved much since that last play. Reginald Ruffin was quickly back down. Looked like Washington was going to get up, and then went back down on a knee. So once again, Miles with some attrition at the linebacker spot. Certainly hope the young man is okay. Leotis is a senior from Livingston, Alabama. And he is up now. And he is walking off to the sideline. He might have to. We'll hope he's okay as he comes over to the sideline. All roads lead to Birmingham for the 2018 SIAC Volleyball Championship from November 5th to the 7th. Follow the SIAC on social media at the SIAC for full coverage. Some good volleyball being played all over the SIAC this season. Right now, Morehouse trailing by 11, but knocking on the door of the red zone again. Can Morehouse take advantage of the 61-yard return from Smith? Here's Dunn. Good tackle by C.J. McClellan at the 22-yard line.
Second down.
4 more for Dunn. He's got 117 yards now on the ground.
Gain of 4 to the 22-yard line. Second down and 6.
So Tyree with the 35-yard reception for the touchdown, and now 62 yards for Smith to the 26, now Dunn to the 22. Dunn gets the pitch, inside Stevens, breaks it back outside. And another good gain out down to the 18-yard line. Like Shade and Floyd in on the stop.
Third down. Third and short at the 18. Third down and 2.
It'll be 3rd and 2. Morehouse so far 3 for 11 on third down conversions. There's a chance here. Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. Dunn. First down. Still going inside the 10 to the left side. And he's tackled inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Walker saved the touchdown. That's 15 more for Santo Dunn. He is having an outstanding game as he did last week. So for the fourth time, Morehouse converts a third down, and now it's 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Off a gain of 15. Number 2,
Done in the backfield. Dunn trying to slip his way through. Might have gotten to the 2-yard line. I'll give him about half a yard perhaps on that play. Stevens and Walker on the stop, and that will end the third quarter. Santo done there with 137 yards rushing. Right now his team trails by 11. Miles 21, Morehouse 10. This is the 21st Chicago Football Classic on Flow Sports.
Apply to college. Apply further. Starting a business. Starting a life. Share the picture. Share the moment. Turn your wish list into a checklist. Learn more. Do more. Share more. At home with internet facilities.
Chicago is different, man. In this town, we take care of our own. You're with us, we're with you to transform things. That's the Chicago.
Morehouse is now attacking the north end.
Back here for the fourth quarter here in Chicago. Miles with a 21-10 lead on Morehouse. Morehouse starting this play at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. And the handoff right side, and that's going to be for a touchdown. That's Travion Baker.
Touchdown run of a couple of yards for number 33, Travion Baker.
Travion Baker.
21-16.
His first touchdown of the season. On the first play of the fourth quarter, Miles. Morehouse cuts the lead to 4. Side to 5, and now we'll have an extra point attempt here from Zanella Mora, make it a 4-point game. So Santo does the most. The rest is done by Baker, and the extra point is up and good. So Morehouse pulls itself to within a 21-17 game with Miles.
21-17 Miles.
Delaware now the kickoff. Morehouse trailing by 4, 21-17. 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. Tyree and Robinson back deep to receive the kick. And it's a kickoff. It's handled by Tyree at the 10-yard line. Tyree reverses field, cuts up field, and he is taken down at the 33-yard line. Tyree with another good return. It'll be first down right there, 14:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. What a game it has been. We've seen a blocked field goal. We've seen a snapped over punter's head, which resulted in a touchdown. We've seen a lot of things here today, and it comes down to the final 14 minutes and 45 seconds here in Chicago. Miles with 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Stevens in the backfield with Smith. Smith with 121 yards passing today. And we've got whistles, and I think Miles took too much time.
Late game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So Miles, not a good start to this drive here as Miles tries to hold on to the lead now. Last week, of course, Miles held
First and 15,
a 13-7 lead heading into the fourth quarter. Defense gave up 14 points. And it was a 2-point loss for Miles, so Golden Bears trying to avoid the same fate to the Maroon Tigers. Here's the handoff to Stevens. Stevens gets across the 30, back to the 31-yard line.
Short pickup on a first down run. Second down, number 20, Malik Stevens was the Miles ball carrier.
3 more for Stevens.
Back across the 30 to the 31, gain of 3, second down and 12.
Second down and 12. Third play of the drive. Miles with 198 yards of offense through 3 quarters. Morehouse at 261. Dunn leading the way with 137 yards rushing for Morehouse. Smith under pressure. Directs traffic. The throw is incomplete. Tried to hit Stevens out of the backfield. Smith being chased all over the place again. It'll be third down and 12 from the 31. 13:56 to play here in the fourth quarter. Miles facing third and 12 from the 31. Morehouse looking for another stop. This is a Miles team that's given up 44 points in the second half of his first 3 games. .24 in the fourth quarter. Smith under pressure, throws it up for grabs. It's incomplete. Robinson was the only man near the pass, and that'll force a punt. So Morehouse gets the 3 and out, and now it'll be a punt for Anderson.
Anderson on the field as the Miles punter.
And Vanover standing at his own 35-yard line.
Number 9, Tamarick Vanover Jr., deep for Morehouse.
Fourth punt for Anderson.
He
Well, it's
stands at
38.
the 35-yard line.
That was off the side of the foot, over towards the sideline, and it'll bounce out of bounds
No return.
at the 28-yard line. That was a 41-yard punt by Anderson with no return.
Ball is spotted.
Race to Rock Hill has begun for the 2018 Cross Country Championship, which takes place in Rock Hill, South Carolina on November 2nd. Fans can follow the SIAC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the SIAC for all access coverage of the SIAC Cross Country Championships. 13:43 to play here, fourth quarter. And Miles, fans for Miles and the players for Miles got to be thinking this is similar to what happened last week. Morehouse with a chance to take the lead here in the fourth quarter. Miles has led the entire game. Here's Dunn. Almost broke another tackle. Walker finally makes the stop at the 35-yard line. Can add 7 more to Dunn's total. 7 yards for Dunn. Dunn has been outstanding today. 174 yards on 17 carries. Gets another carry. Gets to the outside. And lassoed down by Shade, who held on for dear life. That will be a first down. Not before it got across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Pickup of 6 to the 41-yard line.
That one good for 6 yards.
First and 10, 13, Jarius Shade on the stop for Miles.
18 carries for 150 yards and a touchdown now for Santo Dunn. First down from the 41. Sims off the play fake, throws, it's tipped, and it's caught! What a catch by Ricky Knuckles. And Knuckles takes it inside of Miles' territory to the 35-yard line.
It's a Morehouse catch and run and a first
Well, that's Tamarick Vanover. So Vanover makes the catch, his first catch of the game.
By number 9, Tamarick Vanover Jr.
That's to the 35-yard line. That will be good for 24 yards. So first reception there.
Andrell Walker made the tackle.
And Andrell Walker made the touchdown-saving tackle.
Miles 34, first and 10.
So Morehouse once again in plus territory. Gooden splits out to the near side. First down from the 34 is Bailey. Bailey tries to reverse field. He can. Can he get to the edge? He does, but not before he's wrapped up and tackled. That's Walker again and Floyd over there. Those two have been busy today. That's 6 more for Bailey. Second down at the 27. Well, good for 7.
Ball inside the 30.
Again, shades of last week when Miles had a seesaw fourth quarter with Fort Valley State. Gave up the final touchdown with 21 seconds remaining.
Second down and 3.
Second down, the flip. They're going to throw it. And the pass incomplete.
A trick play attempt incomplete. Number 2, Frank Bailey Jr.
Frank Bailey Jr. tried to hit Gooden, but he couldn't get that pass to him. It's third down and 3. I don't know, though, the way that Morehouse has been running the ball with Dunn, I'm surprised they tried that play. Just try to see what you can get. Now they got third down. Sometimes unconventional works, and it did not work that time. 11 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Empty backfield for Sims on third and 3. Looks left side, pass is complete. That's Dunn. Dunn's got the first down to the 20-yard line. So Dunn with his 3rd reception today. That one good for 7 more. Stevens on the stop, but not before it is a first down for Morehouse at the 20-yard line.
Got 5 more for the 19. Pickup of 8. First and 10. Maroon Tigers at the Miles 19.
Once again, Miles in the red zone, Morehouse in the red zone. Low snap, but he picks it up. Hand off to Dunn, and Dunn just slips down. We got a flag at the end of the play.
Flags fly behind the run as the play ended.
It's 2 more yards for Dunn. Flag is sitting at the 19-yard line.
10-yard penalty, first down.
It's another one. So that will knock Miles back to the 29-yard line. It'll be first and 20
Ball backed up to the 30,
for the Tigers.
21 after the penalty.
Clock moves under 10 and a half minutes. Man in motion. Sims rolls to his right, throws. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Nick Floyd, and Floyd takes it out to the 45-yard line.
A Miles College interception.
Actually, that is Floyd. That's a 17-yard return out near the 45-yard line. So a huge play in the game for Miles, as this time it's Floyd that comes up with the pick. First pick of the season for Floyd. And for Sims, that's the first time he's thrown an interception all season. Does not come at a good time.
First and 10 at their 44-yard line.
So first down from the 44, so a break again for Miles. First turnover for Morehouse today. Smith that takes the snap with a pitch. Gets it to Marshall. Marshall trying to get to the edge, and he is tackled by Johnson at the 49-yard line. That'll be 7 yards.
Pickup of 8 to the 48 of Morehouse. Second down and 2.
Got to the 48. So that's an 8-yard gain. So Sims throws his first interception of the season. And now Miles, a chance to perhaps a drive to seal the deal here in Chicago. Smith hands it off. Then one to Stevens. Stevens quickly stacked up. Got to the 46-yard line. That's 2 more yards.
Spot is pending. The
A host of Tigers there to make the stop. 9:30 left in the fourth quarter. So another good game here involving Miles as Morehouse looks to get a stop here.
First and 10 Miles to Morehouse 46.
First down for Miles. And we've got whistles. We're trying to get the chain set, so it has been done. And now we're back to rolling. 10th first down for Miles. Clock moves under 9 minutes. Smith looking to throw. Going deep. Again looking for Tyree. That's incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Number 1, Daniel Smith looking for number 3, Leonard Tyree.
Leonard.
Second down and 10.
Again on that near sideline. Tyree, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns today. That's a pretty good average. 62 yards in total. 8:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Second and 10, 46-yard line. Smith fakes the handoff, now pitches it back to Marshall, and Marshall squirts through the tackle. It's down to the 38-yard line. It'll be 8 more yards for Marshall.
Third down and short coming up.
It'll be 3rd and 2.
Ball to the 38-yard line. Gain of 8.
8:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Fans starting to sense that a fantastic finish is coming. Big play here, 3rd down and 2. 8:12 left. 4 wideouts for Miles. They fake it, pitch it out to Marshall. Marshall will have the first down and more. And Marshall slides down near the 33-yard line.
Marshall takes the option flip.
Just 5 yards, but it's enough for a first down. It's down to the 33-yard line. They marked it at the 32, so it's 6 yards for Marshall.
Ball at the 32-yard line. First and 10.
Smith on first down, looking over. Midway point of the fourth quarter. Miles looking for its first win of the season.
4 a moment ago.
Hand off to Stevens, bounces to his own man. Able to pick his way to the 29-yard line. I should mark it at the 30.
Number 20, Malik Stevens, second down.
It's been tough yards here today for Miles. Miles over 100 yards rushing today.
Gain of 2 to the 30-yard line. Second down and 8.
2nd and 8. 7 minutes left. Oh, somebody was in the backfield. And again, he's trying to hit Campbell that time. It's incomplete. Well, it's going to be offsides against Morehouse. Looked like Baker was a little bit too anxious on that one. They started playing. Baker was practically in the backfield.
Offside. Defense. Number 33. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Baker had the touchdown run in the 3rd quarter. Well, actually, to start the 4th quarter.
Ball at the 25-yard line now, where it is second down and 3.
So 3 yards needed for the second down at the 25. Smith gets the snap. Comes to this side is Robinson. That's incomplete. They tried to cross Tyree with Robinson. That pass off the mark.
Number 1, Daniel Smith. 3rd and 3, 25-yard
Smith now 8 for 18.
Miles in Morehouse territory. 6:48 left to go. The 21st annual Chicago Football Classic.
Tyree and Robinson again to the near side. It's 3rd and 3. Miles 2 for 6 on 3rd downs today. So 3 turnovers for Morehouse. 2 turnovers for Miles with 3 turnovers. Morehouse with 2. Stevens gets the handoff, and he is stacked up in the backfield. So he will not get the first down. He'll lose real estate. It looked like it was Johnson.
Number 42, Andrea Conway involved in the stop.
Conway was there as well. So they lost 2 on the play. It's 4th down. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Perhaps trying to draw Morehouse offside.
Miles pushed back to about the
6:15 to play here in the 4th quarter. Miles 0-3, looking for its first win of the season. Morehouse trying to improve to 4-0.
Loss of 2, 4th down and 5.
Trying to break a 3-game losing streak to Miles. Robinson in motion. Smith over the middle. Man, wide open. Pass is caught. That's Santee Marshall out of the backfield. And that'll be a 16-yard gain on 4th down and 5. And that's a huge reception for Marshall. His first of the game, 16 yards down to the 11-yard line.
First down, Miles inside the Morehouse 15 to the 11-yard line. On a gain of 16 yards.
Again, Miles taking about 5 minutes off the clock now as we move down towards 5.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Stevens almost bobbled it and was able to hold on. Gets down to the 9-yard line. 2 more yards for Stevens.
First down run for Miles. 2nd down coming up.
So Smith off that fake. They slipped Marshall out to the backfield and no one accounted for him. 16-yard reception. We've got 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Can Morehouse come up with another big turnover here in the red zone?
2nd down and 8, correction. 9-yard line.
Tyreen Robinson to the near side. Play clock down to 5. Streeter up the middle to the 5-yard line. Streeter's 3rd rush of the game.
5 was number 17, Wade Streeter. Ball resting just inside the 5-yard line.
4 yards for Streeter there. Another 3rd down. Called a long 3. Gonna get down near the 1-yard line for a first down. Morehouse like needs one play to give itself a chance. Tyreen Robinson again to the near side. Campbell up top. Robinson starts motion. Smith hands off. And Streeter cannot get the first down. Once again, Morehouse. Great job up front.
Number 17 for Miles College. Turn back. 4th down.
It'll be 4th down. Streeter lost a yard on that play. 11. That was the 10th play of the drive.
Streeter pushed back outside the 5-yard line. Loss of about a yard.
And we will have at least a field goal attempt.
Miles needs the 1 for a first down.
It's going to be Jackson Spradlin. He's hit all 3 of his extra points. He has not hit a field goal yet this season. A 23-yard attempt to try to make this a 7-point game. And Miles is going to use a timeout.
Miles College. Their 2nd and a half.
1 timeout left for Miles. We'll take a break. 21-17, 4th and 4 coming up. Another great crowd on hand here in Chicago. 4th and 5. About a 23-yard attempt from Spradlin, who has not made a field goal yet this season. Morehouse looking to get the block here. Snap is low. Kick is on the way. Off the upright and no good. It is no good. That play should be dead. It hit the upright.
The field goal attempt was
So a missed field goal, and now Morehouse will get the ball back. They recovered it at the 2, went into the end zone, but they should get it at the 20-yard line, I believe. That once the ball hits the upright, it is dead. Now you can return it if it doesn't reach the uprights, but I think once it hits the uprights, that's it. So Morehouse should get this football at his own 20 with 2:57 to play. So Miles runs nearly 8 minutes off the clock and comes up empty. And Morehouse with a touchdown, and it needs a touchdown, and come up with the win. So again, it's going to come down to Miles' defense. Can it hold off a final drive? This time it's for Morehouse. Situation that Morehouse hasn't found itself in a few weeks. They had to get a big drive against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Here's Sims. Throws. It's short of the intended target, Gooden. Sims now 13 for 25. 120 yards. First time we'll have less than 200 yards passing if total holds up. It's been the running game for Morehouse that has kept it in the game. Santo Dunn with 150 yards rushing on 18 carries. Sims breaks the pocket, crosses the 25, gets out to the 26-yard line.
For about 6 yards, depending on the spot. Third down off the scramble.
2:40 left in the third quarter. It'll be third down.
Gain of 6 to the 26.
Good for 6 yards.
Down and 4, Morehouse.
Empty backfield for Sims on 3rd and 4. I think there's 4 down territory for Morehouse. Sims looking to throw. Does. Pass is complete. And out of bounds goes to Mark Vanover at the 37-yard line. It's good for 11 yards and another first down. So Vanover with 2 receptions here in this fourth quarter. 11 more that time.
11 to the 37-yard line. Morehouse on the road side of the 50, 1st and 10.
1:55 and counting to play. Morehouse now 63 yards away from glory. Sims looking to throw. Rolls to his left, right, and just throws it away. I meant to say right. And Sims' pass is incomplete.
Second down and 10.
5th play of the drive coming up. So once again, Miles finding itself, perhaps unexpectedly, in a final drive situation. Second and 10 for the Tigers. Dunn goes in motion. Sims up the middle. There's a flag on the play. Sims throws it up for grabs. It's picked off. Maxwell Wells picks it off, and that might do it.
Michael Sims' pass was intercepted, but a flag came out.
Wells with the blocked field goal and now an interception. We'll find out what the flag is all about.
Holding. Offense. Number 79.
That penalty is going to be declined.
First down.
Miles is going to come up with a win on Morehouse. Maxwell Wells with the pick to seal the deal for Miles. And this is a huge win for Miles. Coming up here to Chicago. And Morehouse is now going to suffer its 4th straight loss to Miles. And Coach Freeman saying that Miles still one of the perennial top teams in the SIAC. Well, Miles has proven it again. This time, though, it's the plus side of a close victory. So Miles from his 47. 1st and 10 with 1:29 remaining. Stevens gets the handoff. And man's going to be called down. Morehouse thinks he's got the football. It'll be 2nd down.
Morehouse, their first charge coming out the half. Please reset the game clock. 125, 125.
Morehouse with 2 more timeouts, so it may get the football back if it's able to get a stop here. And so they will take the timeout. 1:25 to play, 21-17. You're watching SIAC football on Flow Sports. Miles looking to put the game away here. 1:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Second down and 14, Miles.
Morehouse has 2 more timeouts remaining. Miles only has 1 timeout left. For Morehouse, he's got to get 2 stops with a chance to get the ball back. It's a handoff to Stevens. They're trying to strip the ball. Johnson was the first man there. And we'll have another timeout. It'll be 3rd down coming up.
Morehouse College. Their second and a half.
Great to have you with us once again on this chilly Saturday here in Chicago, as you might expect. It's September, it's first day of fall. All roads lead to Birmingham for the 2018 SIAC Volleyball Championship from November 5th to 7th. Follow the SIAC on social media at the SIAC for full coverage. So we take a look moving forward for Miles. Miles will head back home to take on Albany. Actually, it's the 2017 schedule. Miles will travel to Albany State next week to take on Albany State. Then they'll be back at home on October 6th for homecoming against Central State. On October 13th, they will be at Kentucky State.
Third down is 11 Miles College. They're at their 46-yard line.
Meanwhile, for Morehouse, as we take a look at this 3rd and 11 from the 46. Another carry, and Stevens breaks it. He will come up short on the 48-yard line. So Morehouse will get the ball back.
Timeout. Morehouse College. Their final timeout of the half.
It's the last timeout for Morehouse.
Marked at the 47-yard line.
It'll be good for
Gain of
7. It'll bring up 4th down. Next 3 games for Morehouse. They will travel on the road to Kentucky State next Saturday. That'll be followed up by the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic in Columbia on October 6th. And then they'll be back at home on the 13th of October for a matchup with Albany State. Albany State picked to win the East. Tuskegee picked to win the West. And Coach Freeman told me during the week that October would be the big month for Morehouse as it tries to prove that it belongs in the SIAC East race. Today, they'll have about perhaps a minute to come back down the field. So I shouldn't say it's over until it's actually over. As Miles punt this away to Mark Vanover, standing inside his own 15. And if you're Morehouse, you got to watch out for a fake here. There's the snap. That's a good punt by Anderson. And it'll be fair caught at the 17-yard line. So a 30-yard punt. No return. And so Morehouse will have one more shot. Let's go 83 yards. Sorry, 84 yards at the 16-yard line. With no timeouts and 1:10 remaining. So Sims with 2 interceptions today, his first 2 interceptions of the season. But now has a chance to make up for that with a game-winning touchdown drive. Empty backfield. Here's Sims on 1st down. Looking deep, throws short, it's incomplete. He tried to hit Vanover. Sims now 14 for 29 for 131 yards. And Morehouse with 3 plays left, 1:05 remaining. Vanover and Dunn to the bottom. Dunn does have 3 receptions today. Interesting to see if they try to get him the football. Sims on second down, looking deep, under pressure, he's sacked. Inside the 15 is Marco Shelton. We haven't called his name much today, but he comes up with a huge play, a loss of 2. It's 3rd down and 10, 3rd down and 12.
Loss of a couple, 3rd and 12.
Sims looking to throw. Right side, caught. I bet that was Vanover. Looked like he was bobbling it a bit, but he will get the first down and out of bounds with 35 seconds to play. 3rd reception for Vanover.
4th and very short. 4th and inches.
It's going to be 4th and short, actually.
25-yard line.
Actually, that is going to be a first down. First down for the 26. 35 seconds, no timeouts left for Morehouse.
Morehouse at their 26.
Morehouse needs a big chunk here. One of his next 2 plays. Sims now 143 yards passing. Sims over the middle, passes caught at the 49-yard line. That's Knuckles. 23 yards for Ricky Knuckles. First down near midfield. Clock's and it'll be clocked by Sims with 18 seconds remaining.
Second down and 10.
It'll be second down. So Morehouse trying to get itself in position for one play to the end zone. Got 18 seconds remaining. And Miles, once again, trying to hold off a furious rally. Morehouse has trailed the entire game, has never had to lead. It was down 14-0, down 21-10. Now at midfield with 18 seconds remaining.
This is the first band warning for Miles College. First band warning for Miles College.
Oh, so Miles College, its band was playing too long. They get one more of those. That's a 15-yard penalty. 18 seconds left from midfield. Sims. Right side, it's caught. Vanover tries to make a move, skips out of bounds at the 40. That will be a first down. So 10 for Vanover. He's got 4 receptions today. And that's at the 39-yard line.
Gain of 11 to the 39 of Miles. First and 10.
12 seconds left. Morehouse may get 2 more plays. Sims steps up. Throws. Incomplete with 9 seconds remaining. And that's probably a good thing because if he would have completed it, the game would have been over. Certainly can't take a sack in this situation as well. 9 seconds left. Morehouse still could get 2 more plays.
Second down and 10, Morehouse, the Miles 39-yard line.
I'll be thinking Miles has got to be covering up the sideline on this play and then cover the end zone on the final play. Dunn in the backfield. Sims. 9 seconds. Going deep. 2 men are there. Knuckles is there. It's caught. It's caught in the end zone for a Morehouse touchdown with no time remaining. Tremel Gooden in the end zone. 39 yards, and Sims does it. Morehouse College has won. There's a flag on the play for celebration, but time has run out on Miles. And the Tigers are 4-0.
Michael Sims throwing a pass into the end zone.
That is it. Morehouse 23, Miles 21. Tremel Gooden is the hero from Morehouse College.
Gathering today in the end zone was number 7, Tremel Gooden. What an ending!
And again, Miles is snake bitten on the final drive of the game as Gooden jumps up in front of the 2 Miles defenders and comes down with it. Morehouse College with a 23-21 come from behind victory. Its first lead of the game is the final score. When we come back, we will wrap up this outstanding football game. Morehouse 23, Miles 21. You're watching SIAC football on Flow Sports.